your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Let me tell y'all something. Behind every soft-voiced diva who makes you sway your hips and hum conga like it's a personal anthem, there's usually a hurricane of secrets, spine-chilling moments, and scandals that could fill up a telenovela. And honey, Gloria Estefan, she's not just your abuelita's favorite Latina icon. She's been through it, done it, and came out shining like a Grammy made of diamonds dipped in café con leche. Buckle up, baby, cause we're diving into the glittery, gritty, oh my God, she did what? Life of Gloria Estefan, from her Cuban roots and that terrifying bus crash, to rubbing shoulders with presidents and nearly losing it all. This isn't your average VH1 behind the music tale. This is real, with a splash of chisme caliente. Let's go. Let's rewind it back to September 1st, 1957. Born Gloria Maria Milagrosa Fajardo Garcia in Havana, Cuba.
I was born in Cuba, but I moved to the United States when I was about 16 months old.
This little chica came into the world destined for two things: resilience and rhythm. Her dad, Jose Fajardo, was a Cuban soldier and bodyguard for President Batista. And when Fidel Castro rolled up and turned the island upside down, the Fajardos were out of there faster than you can say, dale. The family fled to Miami when Gloria was just a toddler, but it wasn't the glitzy beach city we know now. Back then, it was more like Exile Central. The Cuban-American community was tight, protective, and pissed. Meanwhile, her father joined the U.S. Army, got deployed to Vietnam, and came back sick from Agent Orange exposure, paralyzed and bedridden.
I had motivation. My dad was in a wheelchair due to MS from Agent Orange poisoning, and I was going to try my dangest.
Guess who stepped in to take care of the household while going to school full-time? Ding ding, Gloria. This woman learned strength early. She was changing bedpans and cooking arroz con pollo while her classmates were out at sock hops. But it was music sweet music that became her escape. By her late teens, she started performing with a band called the Miami Latin Boys, led by a slick keyboardist named Emilio Estefan.
I'll give you the scoop. Miami Sound Machine is my husband, Emilio. I joined his band. He started it with his accordion.
Now this is where the novella begins. When Gloria walked into that studio for the first time, Emilio's jaw dropped like he saw Selena, Shakira, and Celia Cruz rolled into one. That girl had pipes. He quickly invited her to join the band. A few rehearsals later, the Miami Latin Boys became Miami Sound Machine. And yes, Gloria and Emilio became a thing. I mean, you could feel the chemistry sizzling off the mics. But it wasn't all rose petals and palm trees. The music industry? Oh, honey, it wasn't ready for Latin rhythms invading the American pop scene. At first, radio DJs refused to play their songs, calling them too ethnic. Too ethnic? Have you ever heard Dr. Beat? That track slaps. They pushed through, performed at weddings, quinceañeras, and every crusty hotel lobby from Miami to LA, until finally, boom, 1985 hit. And conga exploded like a firecracker at a block party.
Let's play conga.
And I said, you're crazy. And then he said, well, I said, it's in Spanish. He said, they don't understand English either.
Suddenly, Gloria Estefan was everywhere. By 1987, she was basically pop royalty. Hits like Rhythm Is Gonna Get You and 1, 2, 3 made Miami Sound Machine a crossover juggernaut. Gloria wasn't just a singer. She was a full-blown movement.
A lot of collaborations, new arrangements, a lot more energy. What can I say? It's all new 87.
She had that mainstream appeal and Latin spice. Girls wanted to be her, guys wanted to date her, and let's be real, everyone wanted to dance like her. And it wasn't just music. Gloria's style became a cultural reset. Those bold prints, shoulder pads, and signature voluminous hair were emulated by fans across continents. She was a fashion icon before Instagram even knew what an influencer was. Her face graced magazine covers, talk shows, and MTV back when they still played music. But behind that infectious smile, a work ethic that would exhaust most CEOs. Gloria was in the studio, on tour, in business meetings often, all in the same week. She once said she'd sleep on planes because it was the only downtime she had. The hustle was real. And let's not forget her philanthropic side, Gloria has quietly donated millions to disaster relief, children's hospitals, and Latin education programs, often without publicizing it. Queen behavior, period. But here's where it gets dark. March 20th, 1990. Gloria, Emilio, and their son Nayib were on tour, riding a bus through snowy Pennsylvania when tragedy struck. Tractor trailers slammed into their bus. It was chaos, screams, blood, screeching metal. Gloria was thrown like a rag doll. Her spine shattered. She was paralyzed from the waist down. Doctors told her she might never walk again.
We stopped for a 7-mile backed up traffic because of a jackknife truck, and we got sandwiched between the two things bigger than us.
Let alone dance on stage. This woman had just hit her prime, and now she was staring down a hospital ceiling, wondering if it was all over. But this ain't your average she overcame story. This woman went full-on warrior mode.
I wanted to prove to myself that I could do better than before, so I just challenged myself a bit, and fortunately I had a lot of help.
After 5 hours of spinal surgery with 2 titanium rods drilled into her back, Gloria said, "I'm not done yet." With Emilio at her side and the entire Latin community sending prayers, she fought her way through a grueling year of physical therapy. And guess what? Just a year later, she made her comeback at the American Music Awards in 1991, performing Coming Out of the Dark, a power ballad about her accident that had the whole world sobbing. People were clutching tissues, waving lighters, and screaming, "Yes, Gloria!" Talk about a resurrection. By the mid-90s, she was back in full force. Albums like Mi Tierra brought her Cuban roots to the forefront and reminded people, this woman wasn't just a pop princess, she was Latin music royalty. Mi Tierra sold over 8 million copies worldwide. That's right, while other artists were out here begging for radio play, Gloria was winning Grammys in her first language. And Emilio? Oh, don't get it twisted, he wasn't just her hubby. He became one of the most powerful Latin music producers in the game.
The icon, the original, maker of hits of Latin music.
He helped launch the careers of artists like Shakira, Ricky Martin, and Jennifer Lopez. The Estefans became a power couple and a Latin music empire. If J-Lo and Ben are the tabloid version, Gloria and Emilio are the real deal. And speaking of launching careers, let's talk about the time Emilio allegedly passed on a young Enrique Iglesias because the kid wanted to distance himself from his famous father, Julio. Word on the street is Emilio told Enrique, "Call me when you're ready to stop hiding your name." Enrique did it solo, but guess what? Gloria and Emilio still had opinions. But not all was glitter and Grammys. Let's spill some mild tea, shall we? Whispers swirled for years about industry feuds. Allegedly, Gloria was offered the chance to perform at the Super Bowl long before Shakira and J-Lo, but she passed due to creative disagreements. Rumor has it she didn't want to share the stage or take a backseat to flashier artists. And word is, when she did perform at the Super Bowl back in the 90s, she wasn't thrilled about being sandwiched between a bunch of Olympic skaters and a marching band. She felt it undermined her star power. Messy. Another juicy tidbit, she's been subtly shady about Latin artists going too American and forgetting their roots. Oop. Also, Gloria's relationship with her daughter, Emily Estefan, has had some bumps. Emily, who's queer and proudly walks her own musical path, didn't always feel supported. On their Red Table Talk, the Estefans episode, the tension was real. Emily even revealed she felt Gloria wasn't always emotionally present during her coming out. Gloria, to her credit, took it in stride, but you could feel the generational clash. Latina moms and LGBTQ kids, whew, that's a whole conversation, honey.
Hey, I'm in love with this girl. The first thing you said was, if you tell your grandma and she dies, her blood is on your hands.
Rumor has it that Emily once refused to perform at a family event because she didn't want to be paraded around like a mini Estefan. The family eventually reconciled, but that holiday dinner must have been spicy for the wrong reasons. Still, despite all the drama, Gloria never lost her grace or her bag. She's sold over 100 million records worldwide, won 3 Grammy Awards, and has a freaking Presidential Medal of Freedom. That's right, baby. Barack Obama himself handed it to her in 2015. You don't get more iconic than that unless your name is Selena and you've got a statue. She's also one of the wealthiest Latin artists of all time, with an estimated net worth of $500 million. We're talking hotels, restaurants, publishing deals, and a whole freaking musical On Your Feet, based on her and Emilio's love story. This isn't just a career, it's a legacy. Today, Gloria's still out here serving looks, giving interviews, and showing these TikTok kids how to really perform. She pops up on shows like Red Table Talk, speaks on immigration and women's rights, and still sells out concerts like it's 1991. And when she and Emilio stroll into a Latin music event, the red carpet parts like the Red Sea, honey. And let's not forget, Gloria's been making quiet business moves. She and Emilio are partial owners of several hotels, including the Costa Este Beach Resort in Vero Beach, Florida. She's even rumored to be backing a Latin artist-focused record label to snatch talent before the majors do. Silent mogul behavior. So what's the final chisme? Gloria Estefan is that rare gem, part pop star, part survivor, part boss. She danced through pain, heartbreak, racism, and near death, and still came out shining in sequins. A goddess with grit, a queen with congas, and whether you're old school or new gen, one thing's for sure. The rhythm really is gonna get you.